This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. You see, destruction on that rebellious kid, destruction on that rebellious people, which is us, that take counsel of different things, of different idols, of different groups. But it's not of the Lord. Destruction is coming upon you. For example, the BLM movement. They want to take things in their own matters. Destruction on them. All they do is destroy property. Their own property. What? And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. That cover with a cover, but not of my spirit. The spirit of the Lord is not in these people. It is not. Understand, the BLM movement is not for us. That's one. Two, it was created by a homosexual man. Even that, if you want to go any further, a white man. And on top of that, they're only doing that to push the Trans Lives Matter movement. How is this? Let me give you a little something. How is that when they do a movement, they get laws passed for them? But when the so-called black man does a movement, nothing happens, only destruction. Dogs, fire hose, you name it. But when a homosexual person, a trans person comes, does a little movement saying my life matters, they get laws passed for them. How does that make any sense? And no one is talking about this. No one is talking about this. We just leave it as it's normal. As a people, we got comfortable in the things that's not supposed to be comforting. We got comfortable in drugs. We got comfortable in lies. We got comfortable in killing that we don't even care no more. There's not one person coming up here and asking questions or concerned to the things or for the things that I'm saying. There's not one person. That goes to show you how comfortable you are in the slums and the ghettos, how comfortable you are in your sins. And we're supposed to come out of our sins. We're supposed to wake up and be that great and seated army. Bring it out! But I don't see that. I don't see that. But you know what? That's not going to stop the truth. That's not going to stop the truth from coming out. Because we're going to be out here and we're going to still spill out the truth just for you. What don't you get that this is love? This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then has the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way. Much every way. Much every way. You see, we have the upper hand on everything. On everything, but we don't see that. We have it on everything. This is for us. We are supposed to search out our fathers through these scriptures, search out our history, search about our nationality, but we don't even do that. Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God. You see, unto them. You see, reread that. That unto them were committed the oracles of God. See, we committed the oracles of God. What more do you need out of this book to tell you that you are, or we are, God's chosen people? What more do you want? There's been signs. A Jew requires the sign, but there's been signs all over the earth. There's been signs everywhere that proves that we are his chosen people. What more do you want?
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved,
Jacob is us. He loves us. He's only for us. This book makes it clear that he's coming back for us. What don't you understand? The simplicity of this book, it makes it very clear. But you know what? We've been lied to all our lives that we don't even believe this book. We believe this book is made from a white man. When this book speaks about black people.
It's the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
You read that? Esau's the so-called white man. Go ahead.
And I hated Esau, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
You see, he hated Esau, but he loves Jacob. He's not dealing with these other nations. He's dealing with you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American man.
That's right.
These other nations he don't care about like that, but he cares about you. We have to get out these predicaments. We got to get out these slums. We got to start understanding that this is not for us.
This is second address. 6 and 54. Adam also, who thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
You see, of Adam come we all. I'm going to keep bringing out precepts for you to understand that. Of Adam come all these people, right?
Bring it out.
So let me make this clear that Christ is only dealing with us. Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And the people who also, so who's the people that God has chosen? The so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native American men. The 12 tribes of Israel. The people who come through Isaac, Jacob. Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake.
See, he made the world for our sakes. He made the world for us, which destroys John 3:16 again. You so-called Christian pastors always want to say that God comes from everybody. So God so loved the world. Makes no sense.
As for the other people which also come of Adam,
see, as for the other people, so as these other nations that come from Adam, open up your ears.
thou hast said they are nothing.
He said that they are nothing. He said that they are nothing.
That's right.
But be like unto spittle.
Because someone showed me, this is an example of spittle, a little spit. That's an example. He likened them unto spit. He called them nothing. But he called you holy and set apart. This is something that we're not reading that we need to read and understand. That Christ is for us. He's coming for us. Soon this sky will be cracked open and this world will be destroyed with nuclear fire. He's going to come back and trot down these nations for holding us down, for throwing us into slavery, for raping our women, for killing our children. He's coming back to do that for us. You got to understand that's love on a whole different level.
Bring it out.
That is love on a whole different level. Not that fake love we like to do or love my brother but sleep with his wife the next day. That's fake love. This is true love. Our Father's coming back to destroy these nations just for us. But understand the flip side, 2/3 of us is going to be destroyed also. Because we don't like to hearken to, we don't like to come back. We're not coming back to him. So just for that, 2/3 of us is going to be destroyed. You have the preacher back? What preacher we got?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
You see, he showed his word to Jacob. As I said, Jacob is us. He He's showing his words to us. You need to understand that. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. You see, his statutes and his judgment, his commandments, he's showing it unto us. These are the things that we're supposed to be following to be prosperous. But obviously, we did not follow that. We went our own ways. He has not dealt so with any nation. He has not dealt so with any nation.
Now he dealt with the Chinaman.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
Nah, he dealt with the Arab man.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
See, he has not dealt so with any nation. He only dealt with you.
How much more do you need? How much more do you want? We're crying out to bid you back into the marriage. There's still some seats that need to be filled.
This is Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the numbers of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is his lot of his inheritance.
You see, how much more do you want? The inheritance is coming to us. It's for us. I'm going to keep saying this. This book is written for us. This book has black faces written all over it. He is for us. He wants us to come back unto him. This is something that we're not understanding. But you know what? We've been fed lies. We've been fed so much lies that we can't even believe the truth. We've been fed so much lies that the simplicity of the scriptures look like it was created from a white man. Looks like the book is not even for us. This book is very simple. It only talks about us. It talks about the downfall of Israel and also how we're going to be redeemed again. It also talks about the laws that we had to keep. Why does man come and take this book and remix it? And say that, oh, okay, John 3:16, God's coming for everybody. He loves everybody. Oh, you don't have to keep those commandments. Oh, there's certain holidays you can keep, like, you can keep Christmas. You can keep Easter. See, man took this book and took it for his own interpretation to hold a certain people down, to keep a certain people enslaved. Because man knew that we were the true kings of this book. Man knew that you were the true princesses. Man knew that this whole land was for us. But he had different ways. He took this book and then held us and put us through slavery. And told us to follow after this man right here. So he could make it to nigger heaven. Some right there should already tell you that. That's not making any sense. That's not right. You see, God is a just God. Romans 13:10 makes it clear. I mean, not Romans, a lot. Revelation 13:10 makes it clear. It makes it very clear. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. It's pretty simple. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. That is very, very simple. He's a just God. But you know what? These churches say that Revelation is sealed up. How is a revealing of something sealed up? That should already tell you that there's already truth in that one book alone. That should already tell you that.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You see, he only known us, so he punished us. For example, that's like the older brother knowing better. And since we knew better, the father doesn't beat the younger children. So the father beats the elder sibling. He only known us, so he punished us. That makes even worse. He only knew us. It's not like he knew anybody else.
Give me Baruch. 3 or 8 or 4.
See, he only knows us, so he destroyed us as a people. He threw us into captivity because that's the only way we will harken back unto him. Now look at us again. We are still in captivity. And the mindset, though. You see, Willie Lynch said, destroy the body or beat the body, but keep the mind.
This is Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6.
Now, I want you to hear and understand this. Don't listen to Kanye West and the ignorant slogans he said about slavery. Don't listen to Kanye West, but listen to this right here.
Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath. Ye were delivered unto the enemy for your provoked him, that made you by sanctifying unto devils and not unto Yahweh. Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
You see, we moved him to wrath because we started worshiping these other gods, or worshiping or doing these other holidays. That's not even a holiday, a holy day. We started worshiping other stuff. So you know what he did? He gave us to these other nations. And this is something that has been repeated throughout time. Now look at us in the final Babylon, final Egypt. He's coming to redeem us once more. He's coming to redeem you once more. And the rest that didn't listen is going to be cut off. For these other people, they're going to be utterly destroyed. This is something that your Christian churches, that your Catholic churches don't talk about. They don't talk about this. You know why? Because it is government owned. You see this right here? See this right here is free, brother. Come over here. Come learn about your nationality. You good? You see this right here is free. The word is free. But church made it about money. The government made it about money. See, as a people, we have to stop destroying each other. We gotta stop killing each other. We gotta stop selling dope to one another. How do you think we even got all those things? I'll tell you, the FBI planted that. They planted that in our communities. We didn't have the money for drugs. We didn't have the money for guns in the 80s. We didn't have the money for nothing. But they implemented it, they implanted it there. Look on every block corner of the slums, of the ghettos. There's a liquor store. And most of those liquor stores don't contain water. They don't contain water. How do you think we got there? This is something that you need to understand. This is something that you need to hear. This is something that you need to listen to. We did not have the capabilities to get drugs, guns. We didn't have no money. How did it get all there in our neighborhoods? How did these liquor stores come out of nowhere? I'll tell you, your oppressors, the so-called white man, planted it there to destroy each other. When we shoot our brother, we're only fulfilling his deeds. That's slavery in the mind right there. When we take drugs and feed it to our brother, we're only fulfilling his deeds. That goes to show you that he doesn't have to kill us as long as they're killing each other. He's just sitting back and watching it all. Let me give you another example. A rapper that goes about FPG Duck recently passed away, right, in Chicago. Now, when he got shot, he was laying on the floor still rolling around. Could have been saved. And you had people, by the way, he's a black man, and you had people wondering where the ambulance or the cops at. In that video, it shows the ambulance and the cops taking their sweet time. taking their sweet time to get this man off the floor. And later on, he died in the ambulance truck. That goes to show you that they're not for us. They just want us to kill each other. And we kill each other over stupidness. Over stupidness, and we call each other ops. We call each other ops while sharing the same skin complexion. We call each other ops when you're supposed to be my spiritual brother, my spiritual sister, but we call each other ops. Like I'm the one that held you in slavery. Like I'm the one that went over to your household, mass incarcerated, raped them, and robbed your whole lineage of household. Like I'm the one that did that. And I'm supposed to be your op. It makes no sense. And to put icing on the cake, your Native American brothers died on this land. The same way you're killing your brother. But we're ops to one another. We have to wake up out of this stupidity. This is foolishness.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
See, we are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We don't know nothing. We don't have common sense anymore. We don't have no sort of common sense. The simplicity of Christ is no more. It's really no more. We don't have brotherly love to one another. We treat our wives like crap. We pimp out our sisters. We leave our children. We let them be whatever they want. We let them do whatever they want. The simplicity of Christ is no more. What are you not understanding?